Yeah, right. I'm doing it again. I'm going home. I'll do a whole update about that. And going home, I'm here in Cabazon. You could see, remember when I talked about white parking lot out there further, and I think they told me I can just really, I don't, there you go, yeah, see, I think it's that white parking lot over there. That's all I'm thinking about. When I come home from hiking, I do a good cleaning, rinsing off of my backpack, especially the back, because I sweat and it smells not glorious. And I like to wipe off and then rinse off my tent. So it has been turned inside out now, and yeah, it's drying now. So I'm having a little bit of a yard sale, you might say, in the camping room. So I wanted to give you an update about my adventuring on the PCT. I'm home. Yeah, so I came home. I follow all kinds of hikers, and I'm always like, what happened to them? And so I wanted to let you know what happened to me. Well, nothing happened to me. I just decided to come home for a variety of reasons. And you know, I have hiked this section from mile 0 to mile 655 2 times before. And so my adventuring on the Pacific Crest Trail on the southern section is finished. I said goodbye to every section that I had previously seen as I went by it. Goodbye, Mount San Jacinto. Goodbye, Idlewild. And fully intending not to need to go back there. I had intended to hike the whole thing in one continuous footpath. So I'm not gone, I'm just redirected. Right? So many people have asked me about, well, why did you come home? I don't have just one reason. I'm getting people walking by here all the time, and it's kind of funny. So maybe I'll keep talking, maybe I won't. Anyway, yeah. Oh, and there's a poop. I was always going down that mountain on the last day, Fuller Ridge. I mentioned I had seen the In-N-Out. Well, there is also a hotel right next to that In-N-Out, and I knew I was going to go to the In-N-Out because I was a little short on food, and so I wanted to eat there. And so as I was walking down, though, I've had some problems with my cuboid bone on my right foot. It's just a little bone that kind of comes disjointed sometimes, and it can cause some pain, not a lot of pain, but I knew that coming ahead I was going to have the Mission Creek that was all rocks for miles and miles because it was a riverbed that had a hurricane go through, and I knew that the windmills were coming and the LA Aqueduct was coming, and there was longer water carries this time compared to my previous 2 times. And on day 16, when I was walking through the San Jacinto Wilderness, it reminded me so much of Mount Rainier and home that I just thought, why do I leave that beautiful place to come here? And so I think I've got the desert out of me. I think the desert is finally done. So yay. And my family says, yay. So as I walked down that mountain, I got to the bottom where the water fountain is, and I got my head wet. My pack temperature said that it was 104 degrees out, and it was only like 11:30. Now my pack is black, and so it absorbs more, but that thermometer said 104. Anyway, I got my head wet. I sat down. I had cell service. I said to myself, if you have cell service, you will make a reservation at that hotel. So I sat down, I had cell service, I made a reservation at the Morongo Hotel. I got up and I walked the mile down to the the little community that's right there, the public road, so that's a mile private road. Got down to that, there's like 20 houses there, and I sat down on a corner, and this gal came up next to me in her car after I had tried to get a Lyft and an Uber that were $157 for like a 10-minute ride to the In-N-Out Burger off the freeway. It's not like it's way out in the country. It's very close to the freeway. So anyway, I thought that was crazy. This gal pulled up next to me with her dog in the car, and she said, "Hey, do you want a ride?" And I said, "Yeah." And so we had just a nice chat, and she gave me a ride to In-N-Out Burger, and which is walking distance to the Morongo Hotel. Perfect, right? You know, another thing is that I was lonely. I am a solitary hiker. I really like hiking alone. I also have some friends I like hiking with, but I don't like to be pulled back and forth about everybody's decisions and things, and so I like to just go and do my thing. Usually you see hikers, you see them at water sources, they pass you, the younger ones fly on by and say, "Hey, howdy," and you just have nice conversations a few times throughout the day. But on my last 3 days, well, actually, since coming out of Julian, there were less and less hikers that I saw. And my last 3 days, I saw probably a total of 3 hikers, and the same ones. 2 guys, the same 2 guys. And that was a little bothersome to me. I do like to have hikers around. There's some safety in that, and just keeping track of each other. So there you go. I'm home, and I'm going to continue adventuring because I adventure. My friend told me, she said, "I think that you're a section hiker." I'm going to embrace that for right now. I'm going to embrace it and be a section hiker. So I probably will go hike some of the Oregon PCT. I've done quite a bit of Washington's PCT. If I'm going to complete the whole trail as a section hike, I want Washington to be the final countdown. Although my brother just recently, last weekend, went to the Stehekin Bakery. He went on the Chelan Ferry and then rode bikes over there and sent me pictures of this. I'm like a cinnamon roll fanatic. I might have to get over there. We'll see. Maybe this summer I will get over there. So I hope you keep coming along with me. I've enjoyed the comments and the questions and all the follows. I certainly appreciate it. It's a fun time for me because I like to look back at my videos and be like, "Oh, I did that." It's a real feeling, sense of accomplishment to me. And right now in Point Defiance Park, the best park in the nation, in my opinion. It's a city park, and the crows as opposed to ravens, because ravens are on the PCT. I never saw any crows, but we have crows here, and we have some bald eagles. And now I'm going to go for a run.